Have you ever wondered how much you can really make with the wheel strategy?
Well, stay tuned. Stay tuned. Stay tuned.
Because in this video, we do an 8-month backtest. Once again, we're trading the wheel strategy today, and we're going to cover the trading rules that we're applying. So first of all, we're using Apple as the underlying asset. And when we initiate this trade, we're going to sell near a 16 delta of the puts, and it's going to be around $1 of premium and approximately 30 days out. Then if the price of Apple drops below the put, we're going to close out that short put, and we're going to convert the trade to a covered call. So here's how the trade looks when we bring in $100 of premium. You can see if Apple increases in price, this is what you're going to make. However, if Apple goes down, you have unlimited risk. Well, this should be quite alarming. Again, very little profit potential, but unlimited risk potential. Next, let's take a look at the price chart. So I'm starting this trade around March 29th, and then you can see that first the price of Apple drops, then it rebounds, then it falls again, and so on. So next we're going to be looking at the performance of the wheel strategy compared to the performance of Apple. What we see is that the profit and loss of this trade, it somewhat follows the price action of Apple actually. But one thing that I notice here is you can see from the beginning that the P&L really falls with the price of Apple, but then when Apple recovers here, you'll notice that the wheel strategy did not recover as much. And then it continued down, and it actually, you can see it loses more here. It makes a lower low, where Apple actually at this point made a higher low. So Apple. Next, we're going to be using the calendar in the OptionColors software so we can quickly pass through time, and then we can study how this risk profile changes through the life of the trade. Up here, you'll see your P&L. So again, your step line is your current P&L, and then the bar is that expiration. Okay, so this is just about, a month into the trade, and you can see that this is down $1,369. So the first thing I want to point out here is that, again, we're only bringing in $100 credit when we start this trade. So to be down $1,369 in just a month, that's quite a bit. I mean, if Apple never moves and you keep bringing in $100, then it's going to take you 13 months just to get back to break even. So again, just following that adjustment process, converting from short put to cover call, back and forth. We can see we're already at the end of July. And again, now the bar's moved up slightly, but the trade's still down 1,065. You can see the bar has moved up a little bit, but you're still way underwater, like the trade still cannot make a profit. Next, $9. And by the way, OptionColors tracks all this for you. So if you're a wheel trader and you're using Excel or something, well, this does everything for you. And I'll end this here. So basically, this brings us to now, and the trade would currently be at a loss of $13.74. No possible way to make money at the moment. You could continue with this wheel strategy and just see what happens, but you can see that in this test, once this trade was down quite a bit, then it never recovered. The last thing I'll look at, I'll go back to this timeline, and I want to see the maximum drawdown. So you can see at one point, this trade was down $1,876. So imagine when you're that far behind in this trade, it's going to be very probable that you're never going to make back your money. In other words, it's worth noting, if your underlying asset declines super fast, then the wheel strategy will lose really fast. However, if your underlying asset goes on a really fast bullish run, then the wheel strategy is just going to choke off some of those profits and it's not going to keep up. You have to ask yourself, is the wheel strategy really worth that risk that you're taking on? Is it going to be profitable long term? As you can see in this back test, once it gets behind, then it's very difficult for this trade to become profitable. So I hope you enjoyed that class. I thought it was a really interesting back test. I think we learned something new about the wheel strategy. So if you have any comments, leave them below, and I will catch you in the next tutorial.